But let me add the flip side. What's the number one thing holding most people back from growth or promotions? Is it being inflexible, or is there something?
No, it's being quiet.
Okay.
Closed mouth doesn't get fed. I'm sorry. I need you to tell me, because not everybody's the same. They want to come in, do their jobs, go home. They're happy. They want nothing else. And I love that for you. But if you are somebody who is growth focused and that's part of what you want as your career, if I don't know that, I can't help you, right? I tell people, talk to your managers. Let your manager know that you would like to be on a growth trajectory or some career path that puts you in a different place. What do you have in mind? And I always tell people, it doesn't matter where you work, your career is your responsibility. It's not your manager's responsibility. It's yours. Doesn't matter where you work. Manager doesn't have a crystal ball either. I want you to be the very best at whatever it is that you're doing. I want you to be as happy as you possibly can be. But if I don't know that your ultimate goal is some promotion or some other role or whatever it is, taking something on, how can I help you get there?
You could be very lucky and have an amazing boss, which happens sometimes. Sometimes. But for the most part, it is up to you. And today at my company, we're doing performance reviews and I'm managing calibrations. And we're talking about our top employees, and it always comes up, Johnny did these things without being asked. Johnny in our one-to-ones asked me how they can grow and is consistently curious about how they can grow and develop. And they're the ones pushing their career. And then they get rated top performer, and then you get more money because you are consistently showing up as a top performer. And it all starts with, like you said.
And that's great. But let's not conflate being a top performer with somebody who wants to grow their career as well. Because you could be happy exactly where you are, excel, be amazing, but never want to move from that role.
That's fair.
Never want to, leave. And
the point, though, is you're right. You do not need to go and do all that. But generally, at most companies, in order to make more money,
yes,
you have to find a way to play the game a little bit.
Yes, you do. You do. I've had the situation where I've had to pull people along who didn't want to come along, like, you're doing great. Wouldn't you like to? And I remember a job that I was at, my manager had me on a trajectory that was, would have eventually replaced her, basically heading benefits, payroll, compensation, HRIS. And I had thought about that. And I was like, no, I don't want to. Why? Because you're doing great at all these other things. You've done these things. You're just missing the compensation piece. You can learn that. And I was like, no, I see your stress. I don't want. I'm good being your number two. Like, this is good for me. And at that time, that was what I wanted, right?
Know where you want to go.
Performer, but that was what I wanted. I didn't want anything else. Now you talk to me a little bit more about it. I don't know.
I was always told, never tell your boss or somebody that's over you say no more than twice. And so if somebody was like, hey, Trish, time to jump into compensation, would you do it now, looking back?
Would I do? Probably.
And that's a whole different beast. And so I'm not going to go down there, but just curious.